Call it the power of 20. It's the world's most powerful economic club, bringing together 20 most developed and emerging economies in the world, spread across 5 continents. 6 years and 8 summits later, it's a high moment for G20 as the leaders of the world's premier economic club gather for the 9th summit in Brisbane. But how does G20 impact you and me? Well, to say in simple words, the group is small and also large enough at the same time to take crucial decisions for the world. The G20 summit was created as a response to both the financial crisis of 2007 and to the growing recognition that key emerging countries were not adequately included in the core of global economic discussion and governance. The G20 is about balancing competing interests and setting global rules of economic engagement. Born in the crucible of 2008 global economic crisis, the G20's agenda has moved beyond crisis management to enhance global macroeconomic coordination to create a new equilibrium and resilience in the global economy. It's a forum where developed countries meet the emerging economies. From the farmer in rural hinterland of India to corporate boardrooms in London to sunny beaches of Australia to cold Toronto, G20 has everything for all. A body which collectively decides what should be the rule of engagement and has set a new forum for the world to talk. The members include 19 individual countries and the European Union. Collectively, the G20 economies account for 85% of the gross world product, 80% of world trade, and 2/3 of the world population. After the 2008 debut summit in Washington, D.C., the G20 leaders met twice a year in London and Pittsburgh in 2009, Toronto and Seoul in 2010. Since 2011, when France chaired and hosted the G20, the summits have been held only once a year. Russia chaired and hosted the summit in 2013, and next year's summit will be hosted by Turkey. In the scrambled alphabet of the global geopolitics, many say G20 seems to be getting the script right. Siddhant Sibal, DD News, New Delhi.